Hello again. Today I have watched the movie Sound of Freedom, and I loved it. It was a very good movie. This morning we were talking about watching movies, and I didn't feel like it, Like, it was the kind of movie that touched on a subject that are very, very tough to digest, And pretty much the only movie of its kind to do so, to spread awareness about what was happening. And that's the reason I go. I went and watched it. You don't go because it's great, you go because it's good. The kid in this movie, they done an exceptional job at acting. They were much better than the advertisement that comes before the movie, which were very cringy. It was all cringy. And you got Jim Caviezel. I liked his performance. I was thinking, wow, he's Christ-like. Then my subconscious says, that's because he was one. He played as one. And I'm like, oh. I really liked his performance. It was very good. It seemed like the kind of movie that cares, And I was quite glad for that, because that's hard to see these days. We were walking around the mall, and I've seen people just kind of looking frustrated. They look very frustrated. They go to a place that was supposed to be fun, right? And they come out looking traumatized, It's this place, family fun zone. And I'm like, I want to see a tour of that. And my mom told me, that's where you find drunk people, because they're selling beers. And I'm like, they're selling beers? And I read the title, and I'm like, what? That's what the world sees there, eh? I don't see any mention of it anywhere. What's up with that? That's just a weird thing. People are trying to have fun, but they're not having fun. They're kind of miserable because they're addicted to something, If there's anything you should be addicted to, it's to be addicted to God, not on drugs or anything of this world, because it will make you depressed in the long run. The pleasure is just temporary. And as for the happiness, with born of God, He would stay with you. People are frustrated because they don't have enough money. Well, if you don't have any money, at least you're not dead, and at least you're not, not killing yourself. It makes me think of Jordan Peterson, where he says he had clients with somebody who is addicted to drugs, right? As long as he didn't have any money, he was okay. He wasn't dead. But then his insurance check came in, and he was facing down to this. Something like that, I'm expressing some thought there. That, money can sometimes kill people. Because if you could do anything you want in the world, you most likely be your own worst nightmare. So a lot of times, you have to put aside what you want to do and do what is right in order to be happy. And I'm quite glad to see this movie. We were facing second thought, but we went through with it and watched the movie, and it was very good. I would encourage you to watch it. Today, I come to realize just how many movies Mel Gibson made that were very good. What I really like about this movie is that the protagonist is not someone who is trying to be who is the definition of tough. He's not trying to be super tough. He was trying to be tough, but then tears come down because the matter was very serious and because he cares. It's very rare to find a movie that has protagonists like that, to where he genuinely cares and he would go above and beyond the call of duty to rescue the children. And they've done so much attention to detail. Like, for example, when they kidnapped their kid and they finished transporting them, they were in there for a while. They opened up the door, and this guy, the bad guy, he's like, oh, yeah. He couldn't stand the smell. Attention to detail there. That was very, very cool. Very cool what they did. And that's this kind of things that was happening in reality. And you get the feeling like, these kids are better off with their people, with their own people, with their own family. Just how much of an effect that is. The contrast between being with the family and being separated and with some other people that were using them for their purpose. It's quite astonishing. This part that I really liked a lot more is this, the little boy that was kidnapped, taken by an evil man. The evil man told him that if he ever tells anybody, then his sister will die because the other guy would get him. That was the use of fear. He was trying to use fear to control this boy and get him to do the more work. And when this good guy comes in and rescued him, he was able to open him up to what was happening. And the boy told him everything, and he asked him, is his sister going to die? And my mom told me that at that moment she couldn't figure out what the proper answer should be. Well, the good guy paused for a second. And you know what he says? I promise you, no one will ever know what you told me. Now that was an answer. Must have come from God. Because, you see, that directly addressed this fear that the other guy had put in this boy's mind, causing him to be afraid that if he ever let anything out, his sister would die. Well, this man made sure that he has nothing to be afraid of, and he has a way to be out. He got it out. Very, very good. I like that movie. It ended very narrowly, like, I don't know, narrow escape. And I was thinking to myself, now all you need is an army to save the rest of them. Now that is a good plot. Try out that movie. And by the way, the theater, there are some controversy out there to where they're trying not to support the people who made this movie. By multiple means, they may refund you for no reason at all. You may ask them and they'll say, oh, well, something simple, right? Like a conditioner. Well, either way, I think we should support them. They did a really good job making this movie to spread awareness. And they got real footage at the end of the movie. And I must say, the movie was well cast because they kind of look like them. Haha. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I'll see you next time. Go and watch that movie.